Hi, St. George's. Given that we are now moving all of our services and worship experiences online and much of our formation programming, I wanted to take a moment just to show people how to access our public Facebook page, the St. George's Facebook page, without having to have a profile on Facebook itself. And I also want to highlight where the different links are so you can always access it and it's easy enough to find. So we'll begin by just pulling up a typical web browser, and we'll go to the St. George's Facebook page or website, which is stgeorges-maplewood.org. And as the page loads, there are several places where anyone can access our Facebook page without needing to have an account. The first is right here, right on the main landing page. You see live streams Sundays at 10:30. So you can just click that live stream link and it will take you directly to our St. George's Facebook page. Now you'll see where this little bottom section here comes up. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to create an account. You can scroll very easily without ever having to make an account. If this pops up, you don't need to sign up or log in. You just hit this button that says not now and you can return back and you can see everything on the Facebook page. Now when you get to this page, if we are live streaming at the time, you'll just scroll down a little bit and it'll pop up here under the little post section of whatever is being live streamed. Or if we're not live streaming at the time, whatever our most recent post was. So the idea is the further you scroll down, the older the post is. Now, say you're coming to find where we live streamed earlier on in the day and you don't feel like scrolling, you have this wonderful little toolbar on the side. You just go to videos, click it, and it'll take you to our video section of everything that's been a video. So here you see the most recent video is our explanation of the Bible passage reading that we have going on for our families. And that was posted 19 hours ago. And then you have our live stream from this past Sunday where you can just simply click it. And there you are. You can go back and revisit the entire service that was already recorded. So that's how you essentially navigate the Facebook page without having to make an account. So I want to return back to the St. George's website just real quick to show where the different links are. So we got to that page by clicking this link right here. There's also something here that says see below for more information. Since all of our formation materials and everything are moving to online, we're trying to put everything together on the main page. That way it's very easy and simple to find. So the first button that you see as you scroll down is donate here. While we may not be gathering physically for worship for the time being, our ministry still continues. Our ministry in caring for our neighbors and supporting the local food banks and North Porch, the worship ministries here, all the technological resources that we're purchasing. This is ministry that we are enabled to do, where many places are closing businesses and closing shop. We're actually enhancing what we're doing here. So while we can't pass a physical offering plate, you can always click here to give online, or you can mail a check physically into St. George's office, and that's a way that you can continue supporting the wonderful ministry that we're doing and the expanding ministry that we're doing here in the community at Maplewood. Underneath that, you will see click here to read the weekly update from Reverend Grant. Every Thursday going forward, I will be writing together a brief update of kind of where we're at right now and how we're responding to the coronavirus and how we're responding together as a community during this time. And so if you miss that weekly email, you can click here and it'll take you directly to it. And if you scroll further down, you will then see there are three other buttons that are popping up. So not only are we live streaming our Sunday morning worship at 10:30 a.m., which you can get to by clicking this button, and it'll take you directly to our Facebook page. We're also going to be live streaming a service of Compline, which for those of you who don't know what that is, it's evening prayers, essentially. And we'll be doing that at 8 p.m. every single evening for the foreseeable future through Facebook Live. You can click this, and it will also take you to our Facebook page where we landed earlier. And then we have the daily family Bible passage and question that is being prepared by our wonderful discipleship ministry team. That will be posted on 1 p.m. on our Facebook page Monday through Friday. And you can click this button and it will again take you to our Facebook page. But if you're right around 1 o'clock, you can click it and it'll be the first post that you see coming up. So we've got a couple other useful links right underneath that. So many of us have a Book of Common Prayer at home. I know I do, but many of us do not. Sometimes I don't have one at wherever I'm at. So there's multiple ways that you can follow along in the worship services by using online resources if you don't have a Book of Common Prayer at home. If you click this link here, so I'm just going to open it up in a new tab, it will take you directly to the online Book of Common Prayer. So everything that's in our regular book is located here. And so to find the morning prayer and Compline services, I'll go back to our main home page here. We have the page numbers listed here. So morning prayer begins on page 75 and Compline begins on page 127. So how to find that on your online Book of Common Prayer? Both of those are in what we call the daily office. So you can go over here to your side toolbar, click the daily office. Daily morning prayer, right to. This is the one right here that we'll be using. You can click that and it will take you right to the morning prayer service, and you'll see the page numbers right here on the corner. So you can follow along that way. And when it comes time for Compline, it's this link right down here in order for Compline. And you will just click that and it will take you straight to that. And again, the page numbers are right in the corner so you can follow along for the entire service. You also have it available as a downloadable PDF. So if we open up a new tab and it pulls up, you scroll down, you have the full Book of Common Prayer here that you can download and keep on your computer that you can use at any time. So in order to download that, you open up the PDF file. If you pop up, there's this little arrow with a little line on the bottom. You click it, and it'll ask you to save the PDF. You save it, and we just downloaded it onto the computer. So those are two resources to access our Book of Common Prayer if you do not have one at home. Now, some of you have asked where we find the readings appointed for the day. So there's a link right here, lectionary readings for the day are taken from here. So I'll open that in a new tab. And when we open that up, it takes us to the lectionary page. It's literally lectionarypage.net. And it will open you up right to the month that we're in, so March. And so today it is Tuesday, March 17th, and we will click here. And then it gives you the opening prayer that we use in our worship. It gives you the Old Testament reading, the Psalm, and the Gospel. So these would be the readings that we use during our evening prayer, our Compline services. If you click on the Sunday, so for this upcoming Sunday, the 22nd, we click that. Again, same thing. It gives you the collect, the Old Testament reading, the Psalm, the Epistle reading, and the Gospel reading. So no matter where you're at home, even if you don't have a Bible in front of you, you can access the readings straight from our St. George's webpage. And then there's two other buttons that I want to acknowledge, even though they do not access Facebook. Throughout the upcoming weeks, we will be having Bible study and fellowship meetings, and those will occur 2 times during the week. That will happen on Tuesdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Now, these will be done through Zoom, which is an online meeting gathering space. So our plan is for these buttons, if you click on one, it'll open you directly up to that meeting. So it'll launch Zoom automatically, like there. It'll ask if you want to, this is asking if I want to open the application that's on my computer already, but you don't have to have it downloaded. And if it's before the meeting time, you'll see this little logo pop up that says, please wait for the host to start this meeting. So that will just be waiting for either me or Ruth to start the meeting. And when it starts, you'll automatically pop up onto the Zoom meeting space. So that's really it. That's where you're going to go to find most of everything you'll need for the upcoming weeks as we journey through Lent and fasting through our physical, as we fast from physical space with one another. You can access all of the live streaming in Facebook, everything from our homepage. You can offer your donations and pledges online. You can read the weekly updates that we'll be putting out, and you can access everything from these buttons, the resources, and everything. The only thing that has not been posted thus far on our webpage that will ensure that we do is there's many committee meetings and different ministries that will meet throughout the week. For all those meetings, we will be sending out an email on each Saturday around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And that will have the list of all the meetings coming up for the following week with the Zoom links to them. So rather than trying to keep track of your emails and stuff like that, you can just go straight to that one page and it will tell you which group is meeting which week, at what time, and this is the link you need to click to access it. So we're really trying to make it easy and simple for everyone to stay engaged here at St. George's as we continue fasting from our physical space together. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call on my cell number. That's 973-477-1907. Or you can shoot me an email at revgrant@stgeorges-maplewood.org. Have a good afternoon.